Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at TradersPost for October 31st, 2025. It's now officially spooky. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike, Measure Twice, Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit blusky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Mike, the close yesterday of the NASDAQ and the S&P was bananas. I am very happy that because I was in the short that day. So
yeah,
let me just pull up my chart real quick over here. So I was basically in a short from here to here.
Yep.
And then this is why I love the unmitigated VWAP levels. They're so useful. We fall exactly to that wick. That blue line down there is exactly where we fall to. I close my position and then re-rally all the way back up. Now, I should have known we could have rallied all the way back up, but I didn't think about it. But this was a crazy run-up that's continued in the overnight. But now we're getting a pullback as of 9 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. So what are you seeing on your charts as far as levels?
Let's run through them. I went back and just reviewed all the earnings from this morning as well. Both Exxon and AbbVie also had surprises. So it's been a strong week for earnings reports as I'm looking at the top market cap companies here. All interesting to see, and that supports sort of that reversal we see on the charts. That obviously came from the Amazon surprise. I don't know if you guys know,
right.
But Amazon, let me arrange by
just 5%, right?
They had a 25% surprise,
Jesus.
which is massive for such a huge company. Super surprising. Earnings were up. Their returns on equity are still fairly small overall, but their net profit margins are increasing. And I think there's just some excitement around the amount of profit that Amazon's able to generate here at the size that they are. So exciting stuff there. That pushed the market a little bit higher. I heard a couple people had taken trades after the close and just got absolutely whipsawed, expecting it to go down. And obviously there's a huge reversal candle there right at close. So if you took the bullish activity after the close here in the overnight session, good on you, because that was a good little reversal there. Now that being said, if I'm looking at the 2-hour chart, this is starting to look a little bit like a fib retracement.
Mm-hmm.
If we measure this distance here, I'm seeing some resistance here at the 786 as well as the 618. And I'd be curious to see if we start closing below some of these short-term moving averages, if we find another resistance candle today. So we are opening with a gap up today, roughly 75, almost 80 basis points. That's a big gap. And as you know, I prefer to trade the gap fills. They are usually effective, and we still have 2 unmitigated gaps from October 27th and October 24th that have not yet been filled. So overall, it looks like the trend is starting to form a reversal on the higher time frame. I want to see where we go from here from the open. Good morning, Jarmo. Good morning, Aventura.
Always nice to have you guys here. Fantastic. I won a short this morning because the levels that I'm looking at here are, we have both, whenever VWAP, the weekly VWAP, which is this red line over here, matches with the daily unmitigated level, which is over here. I love those levels. So that's 26,100 here on the NASDAQ on our way down. The issue is that overnight, we've just been oscillating around the midnight VWAP.
Are we going to start calling it that?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
And that's the name for it. Thank you, Mustang Trader. Appreciate it, Dad.
So we have, because of the oscillation there, when I see consolidation around a VWAP level, like a developing VWAP level, I go, I don't even know what to look at. Actually, speaking to the midnight VWAP. On Blueprint yesterday, we did make an indicator called Midnight VWAP that's available. You can go to the Blueprint video, click on the link. Sorry, click on the first comment. You'll be able to get it for free. But essentially, I was tired of deciding is the session VWAP better than the midnight VWAP. So now it just plots both of them on the chart, and if the midnight is over, sorry.
You banded it on the regular.
That's right.
The band between the two.
That's right. And so if the midnight is over the session, then it's bearish, and vice versa for bullish. I found that looking back, I was like, this actually looks pretty good. Showing up as support areas here for the long trend up that we had, and then showing up as the bear trend. And oftentimes, unless there's a cross that happens during the day, they've been pretty good at determining where close might be versus the open. So I'm going to take a look at this. Now, obviously, it looks great when you look back, but then you're in it, and all you're seeing is a little sliver of green, and you have to like bet the house on it. So who knows? But I thought this was pretty interesting. And then where the crosses happen can be big moves in price. So right now we are expected to have both the session VWAP and the midnight VWAP are basically going to be even. So it's like there's no decision to make that day, because it'll be like this sort of squirreliness where all kinds of craziness can happen during the day, which is, I'm here for it, but it's hard to put on a trade ahead of time.
Agreed. Yeah, yesterday's. Well, I have your EVWAP indicator already on my screen, which has been enormously helpful for measuring the distance between the session VWAP and your electronic VWAP line. What I don't have is the band between the two. I kind of like that, but I do have the band on VWAP itself. I think I'll probably stick with your original indicator on EVWAP here. It's working for me. But I like that you've calculated the session VWAP on the electronic hours. I think I remember when we were first talking about these indicators, I was asking if you could do the reverse. So I'm going to have to pull your indicator down. We'll put that link here in the show notes for this one.
Sure, I can do that.
I'm kind of interested in sharing an update here. If you remember, I built this indicator that was supposed to track whether we build a trend above VWAP or below VWAP. And for a really long time here, we had these solid trends above or below VWAP, where the bar score remains roughly, either red or green for the day. What's interesting is yesterday was the first day I've had so much noise on either side. You see how many black bands there are here, and it switches between red and green. So of course, the moment I write this indicator, we have this ridiculous choppy day above and below VWAP all day long until the second half of the session, and then earnings reports. I'm a little annoyed by that. I lost a few accounts yesterday, unfortunately. So the battle continues, but I do have a win. And yeah, we've got some friends in the stream here. I know you guys remember this. On October 10th, I lost 350K Tradify accounts that, as we all know, are not cheap. I think I paid like over $1,500 for these 3 accounts, and I had 2 shorts that were established right before the Trump tariff news. And it was a perfect short setup. I would have been great. They had a take profit and stop loss on each. It was a bracket order with Tradevate. And somehow the market volatility was such a shock that the Tradevate simulator failed me and put me in both sides of the trade. So I was in a long when I should have been out of the trade entirely. Mm-hmm. And I was in a huge long. And so I got auto liquidated 2 seconds later because I had lost $6,000 in the account almost instantaneously. So I reach out to Tradevate and Tradify, and it took a little while. We went back and forth. I provided receipts. I showed everything. I think that's another really important thing to do, is just make sure you keep track of all your trades. You download all the data. You keep track of the reports so that you can go back and link everything together and make sure you make sense of it. But you can see in my report, I had the entry. It was before the market shock, and the bracket orders were already executed and in place. They were pending orders. And then the post report shows that both sides were executed. So we're working on it with Tradeovate, but Tradeify came through and offered me some new accounts. So I have three new accounts with Tradeify and put me back to square again. Now, the caveat here, this is a big caveat. They did not say that the honoring the three accounts was related to the Tradeovate issue. The Tradeovate issue is still with Tradeovate. I still need to talk to them about this. They did it because of how long the conversation took. So I still like Tradeovate's response. I'm still very appreciative of the work that they're doing, and they're still my favorite firm for sure.
Awesome. So we have market open here, and
Tradeovate,
right,
Tradeify. There's too many trade
right.
names out there.
All right. Yeah, we have a gap down. Okay, great.
Gap up.
Yes, but sorry. I mean, we have to go down in order to fill it.
Oh, okay. Yes, we need to fill the gap. All right, so we'll give it a few candles here from the open, and we'll see what we're looking like. Looks like
I have
from the
no
overnight,
conviction.
A lot of support here at 158.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes me go, and we're right around there. So it's like, well, what? There's no direction here. It's gotta wait, because I love being in a trade before market opens. Like, I don't want to be sitting there waiting to push the button, because then the price action moves and I'll trade.
This is also a huge candle.
Yeah. So we'll see here. So you look, the China trade deal, Trump was asked how well did the meeting go with President Xi Jinping. He said, out of 10, it was a 12 on 10. So by assets, yeah. There it is. There's the short down. I was short in the pre-market from 8:30. I wish I'd kept it, but I hate keeping those things through the open, unless I have conviction.
A little bit of a bounce there, right on the overnight support.
Technically, I'm looking for a bounce. Like, I'd be going long at 26.1. And
you want to go in 60 points from now?
Yeah, because that's where a bunch of support is. So that's what I'm planning on doing.
Which lines up with the weekly view app.
That's right.
Okay. All right, candle 2.
I love here there's no rhyme or reason. Let me put it in a different way. Bitcoin's not joining in on all this fun, which is crazy, because Bitcoin is the high vol asset, and
it should also
the equities
be correlated to equities too. Yeah,
that's right. And it's the equities that are just going crazy. And so it's way more of a roller coaster ride trading M&Q than it is to trade Bitcoin. It's almost boring trading Bitcoin. I put my trade in at the levels, it moves in my direction, I move up to break even, and then I just never think about it until it hits take profit or stops out. With M&Q, if I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, there's a trade. At 4 o'clock in the morning, there's a trade. At 8 o'clock in the morning, there's a trade. And there's no sleep for the wicked. But the way that the market's been moving, like Donald Trump was in South Korea the other day, and he says at the podium, he goes, I don't know what's going on with the markets. If you say bad news, the market goes up. And if you say good news, the market goes down. We have to stop this. And I just love the idea that even Donald Trump is awake at night going, these markets don't make any sense.
But it also just proves that he obsesses over how his administration impacts the markets.
That's right.
Ultimately, the Trump administration does not want a falling market, and they have not gotten one so far. It's been a fantastic run since he took the presidency. Stock market is up. What are we at here? In percentage terms, about 13.8% since he took office in his second term here. Pretty impressive.
I'm trying to short over here, trying to get down to 26.1.
I see it too. Let's give it a try.
All All right. Are there any? No, I'm not seeing any levels here to worry about. I'm trying to get $100 on this move. 1 micro.
1 micro.
All right. While I'm waiting for that trade, yeah, this all looks super bearish on for the S&P, for the Nasdaq, gold, because the dollar is still moving up. I wake up, the dollar is up even higher still. It's like, oh my god.
Hey TJ, thanks for joining us.
So, how much do you care about the liquidity, like funding for repo markets, standing facilities, bond spreads? Like, how much do you care about any of that? Is that like super wonky?
I don't pay as much of an attention to it than you do. I know you keep a closer eye on that. For the most part, all of the econ data shows up in price in my mind. So I just wait to see what the market says about it.
I understand. Well, there is this, even though the Fed has, I'm going to stop myself out. Even though the Fed was, in the Fed presser, they cut rates, but they weren't, this was a hawkish cut, because I love when they say that. It was a hawkish cut because they said that the December rate cuts are not guaranteed. And they're just slowing quantitative tightening. They're not increasing quantitative easing. And so we're feeling this heaviness within the market as this friction, this not enough liquidity, even though it sometimes it's making all these all-time highs, it's not the smooth move. And I don't know what to make of it, because this is the first time we've ever had these facilities ever, because they were created after COVID. So it's a really at this time is different sort of situation. All right. Well, if we get up to 182, then I get stopped out.
Yeah, I'm with you. 182 is just below the EV WAP.
All right, let's see.
So
TJ in the building. Thank you so much for showing up, TJ. Love to have you here.
In a short at 165. Nice. Okay, so right where we're at right now. We'd like to see a break of the overnight support here. Tom said yes. And it feels like it's possible. Looking at the 2-hour chart, this is a pretty bearish looking candle. It's almost completely engulfed the overnight price action. And this is in alignment with that retracement we already measured here on the 2-hour chart as well. So I think we need to close below some of these moving averages as well as the weekly VWAP. And then we have ourselves a decent short down to the, in my mind, I think we could actually go all the way down to 25.8.
Huh. 25.8.
Which still wouldn't get us far enough. We still have room to go. You know me. I want to see us retest this area here, which is the unfilled gap from October 24th.
Then I'll feel like everything is right and just with the world.
Then we'll be fine. Then we can go.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. If we get down there, I'll be the bullish of bulls you've ever seen. Peter and I were talking on Blueprint yesterday about Aventura's Twitter, which I gotta say I love. He's great. He likes talking about the feeling of the markets, of what it feels like when he's trading, and
I saw that post, yeah.
And I just find it so fun. So thanks, Aventura. Keep that coming. Really brightens my day.
Trey is our dude. I love that guy. All right, is this it?
Don't mind if I do. All right.
Well, ATR came down to an acceptable range, and my indicator is still waiting for full candle close below VWAP. So I'm in a little early on this trade. Broke a couple of rules there.
Right. Yeah, I should have held my short from 8:30. I don't know why I took that out. Oh, I know why. Because I'm an idiot when it comes to these sort of things, and I go, let me capture a little bit of profit. Why? Because I'm sure to lose it in the next trade anyway. You're in for trends, Tom. You are a trend trader. You are not a scalper.
You can be both, right?
I can't scalp. That is a perfect, I mean, straight to the poorhouse for me. I will break every rule. No, this candle, this candle, this candle. Can't do it. It's sort of like how I know I can't go to the casino. There's no, oh, I'll just leave my wallet at home. Oh, I'll just spend $100. Or no. If I go into the casino, I come out with nothing. I could be up massively. I will come out with nothing at all.
Well, that's the thing about the casino. You have a guaranteed negative edge. So, the best you can do is survive long enough to not lose all your money at one time and get free drinks and free entertainment.
Well, can you imagine? I know that at a casino and I'll still spend my money. Can you imagine what I'll do when I scalp in markets?
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Can't do that.
Fair enough.
It's like, why play with matches? The best that can ever happen is that you get a little bit of fire. The worst that can happen is that you burn down your neighborhood. All right, feeling happy about the short. Definitely not looking to add in.
Yeah,
Rule number one.
We need some movement in. We keep getting these sideways opens again, and this is what's driving me crazy. I mean, it's got a decent regression score, but we're not. We need to see a better pullback than this. Otherwise, it's just going to chop around. It's 127. We need to break 127 here, which is the overnight low.
Right.
That happens to be almost there, but this is the first full candle below VWAP. Let's see where this one closes.
Well, luckily there's no news that we have to worry about today.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll try it.
Oh, I thought you were already in a short.
I am, but now I'm adding to
it. Rule number 3 for Tom: never add to positions. I think I have to change that at some point, but one more time.
I didn't know that was a rule of yours.
Yeah, I can never add to positions because that to me is like, well, I can add to a position if I'm so far into the money that I could definitely keep some money on the table. But if now have to move back up brings it back to zero, I go, why did I ever do that? I should have just put a bigger position on at the beginning.
Gotcha. All right,
but so Nick was saying adding to position changed the game for him. So I want to learn that eventually, but only when my one contract stuff works out.
Yeah. I think of, same here. Trailing stop. I have 2 trailing stops on each trade, and I'm in the money now. After reading The Biggest Loser Wins, I love this concept of where would I add to my position? You get to this point where when things start going in your direction, it's so much better to add to your winners than add to your losers. I think definitely early in my trading career, I would start hope trading. And, you start having a trade turn against you and you're like, well, if I buy a little more here, then maybe I can get back to break even. And so you just keep buying and adding to your position with a loser. I'd rather get out on a really small loss on the losing side. But if a trade starts going in my direction and it's a clear signal that it's a trend, I want to load up.
I know it's the smart thing to do. And certainly when I create strategies for people, that plus trailing profits.
Yeah.
If you did it properly, always increase or often increase the profitability of a strategy. It's my temperament that won't allow me to.
Yeah. TJ says he also is like that. Can't add to save his life. And asked if we've created a tops and bottoms indicator. Kind of. On the 2-hour chart, I use the SR channel indicator, which was created by, who's the author? Lonesome the Blue. This one's really good. It's I think it does a really good job of finding the support and resistance bands, and I've been using it for years now. There we go.
All right, profit. Soon I'll be looking for a bounce.
Test the weekly VWAP here.
Yeah, if we do, I'm going long.
You want to? Okay, that's what I thought.
Actually, I want to go long now. I might have missed my entry. Yeah, let's go long now. Might be too early, but we're right at we have 30 seconds until the close of the 15-minute candle, which I always find to be nice and reversey.
There's a new descriptor, reversey. So like this is a great example. We're two candles in on the 2-minute chart here. Both closed below VWAP. We're getting a little bit of a bounce off the AEMA. That's fine. It could retrace and retest VWAP again before we attempt to come back. And I still would feel pretty comfortable adding another position here.
There's our bounce. Break even. All right, so where would I be looking to add back in? I'd be looking to add back in at 26,154 for the downside. To reverse to the downside.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I'm in a shorting mood today. I got stopped out. Never mind. It whipsawed.
Closes. You got stopped out already?
Well, because I moved my stop to break even, so.
Gotcha.
All right, so I would get back into the short now, I guess. Look how well that's going.
Nice.
All right, now we actually mitigated the daily level.
Taking a look at the 15 now. That's looking much better. Okay, so I think that just confirmed our 786, 618 retrace lines. If we get a close below the weekly VWAP here, look out below.
Right. Actually, this is where I should have gone long. I didn't follow I got it early. Like, this is the bounce I wanted.
Okay. I've got my 2 stops basically at break even at this point. I'm going to let this one ride, Tom. I want to see if we can get a close below VWAP and close the gap for the day at a minimum.
That'd be a great trade.
This is often my dilemma, though, right? Where I want price to go further than it's ever going to go because we have such choppy sessions.
Oh, God, I should have followed my rule. All right, I'm just closing out my position. I don't like how this is going. I should have gone long at the 26-1 like I wanted. Why didn't I do that?
Okay, a little bit of a retrace here, bounce off of the weekly VWAP. Tom was right. That's a good place to go long. I'm still going to guide myself by the session VWAP. I have a line set at 130. Automated strat took 241 in profits. Nice work, Aventura.
Awesome.
And agrees I should let it ride. So far, so good. I like the trend. Just added the 3rd leg.
Really? Here? Oof. Isn't there often a lot of strength off the weekly VWAP? Even for a bounce to a lower high?
That's weird. My rules didn't let it go in. There is, and I'm with you on that, but I still try to govern by what's happening on the session VWAP.
Because yesterday when we did something similar, we bounced all the way back up to midnight VWAP. And that's where we then turned over.
Taking a bet on this one. And as I've mentioned in the past, sometimes I'll pay the price to find out.
Sure. What I like about your short is that the on the 2-hour, I don't know if I showed this. This to me is a classic setup for a lower high where it bounced back up and it came right back up to a daily level that was mitigated before, confirmed there, and moved down lower. So this often means that we are then now headed straight down towards the weekly, the next unmitigated weekly VWAP, which would be 25.2 to 25.5. So I love the idea of building up a short here and holding it as long as possible.
I agree with you there. So this is weird. My VWAP bar counter score was, where's my indicator here? There it is. Oh, I don't have that in the data window. I wonder if that's the issue. I didn't actually get into that third leg. I have a rule attached to that indicator that it won't allow it to go in unless the bar counter score is -1, which it is, but it still didn't adhere to the condition and it didn't let the trade go through. So I got to work on that one. Even still, I'm still in the short, up 124 bucks. Not bad. Let's see where it goes from here. Looking at the 15-minute chart, I see that support there at weekly VWAP. We're coming back to test it now. So what I may do is get prepared to have to take some profits here.
Right.
It's always a tough one, Tom. I don't want to have to get out early. Regression score on the downtrend is still 0.93. I like it. It's still below session VWAP. There's just a tight range between session and weekly VWAP here.
That's right. Which is
part of the problem.
Usually very supportive. Yeah.
I'm with you. I see it.
I'm just going to enter a short if we break below 26.85, let's say. Yeah, this is bullish.
A little bit of a fight here.
Yeah.
Pull these trend lines off the chart, clean it up a little bit. This could be a fun one, though. I mean, if I'm able to get price to reject here and continue, this will be a nice little trade for a gap fill.
Are we going to be streaming over Christmas holidays this year? Adventure is asking. I mean,
I think so.
I'm willing to, but my wife might not be willing to.
We'll see how it goes. There might be some like on-off spotty areas, but we'll I think what we should do, Tom, is make sure that we update our calendar for November and December to account for time off and stuff like that. We do have a new calendar, an event calendar that's in the TradersPost dashboard. It's under your account section. And we've tried to do a good job of listing out all the shows we do and when they're scheduled. So we'll be sure to keep that accurate to when the team's going to be out. Bummer. I think that's looking pretty bullish now.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take my exit here. Maybe. God, the sellers keep finding resistance here.
It's just too much. It can go either way, but it's just too much support.
It feels like 50-50.
Yeah. I hate 50-50 trades.
We're right in between session and weekly. And I keep seeing the bid-ask spread push this candle down, and that resistance off the regression trend is enough to make me think, hold on a sec. Wait. Hold, brethren. I haven't tried. Oh, wow. Never seen the calendar. Awesome. Yep. I appreciate you finding that. Hopefully that's useful. We're trying to put more things on there as well, including upcoming physical events. Tom and I will be in New York on November 11th for a meetup we're organizing there with the TradersPost crew. And by crew, I mean customers. We've got a long list of people in the area. We're going to invite everybody and see who shows up for that. We'll kick back some drinks, hang out, and do a series around AI and its impact on trading.
That's right. With a sprinkle of prop firms.
Yep, sprinkle of prop firm activity. We'll have Pierce Crosby there, who is the general manager of TradingView. And I believe we're talking today about whether Tradier is going to sponsor it as well. And I think Dan, the CEO at Tradier, might be there as well. Yeah, this candle is telling me that sellers want to push off of this regression trend.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it until we get the bounce.
We got 552 left in this 15-minute candle. I don't know, Tom. There's a part of me that is willing to just go ahead and break even on this trade for the chance that this is the pullback.
Oh, I get it, because this is a sweet. Oh wow, look at that! Is it going to happen?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I just got into a short.
Back to weekly view app.
But is this... Should have waited for a candle close. That's the problem with limit orders.
Oh, gosh. What a
Terrible.
fight.
Terrible.
Another wick right off a weekly view app, right back into the center again.
Ugh, I got stopped out. Come on.
You know, I switched gears to the trend approach because my scalps are just getting stopped out too quickly with this price action.
Right.
So this is working a little bit better for me because I'm giving myself more breathing room.
See, this is why I have my rule: short above VWAP as early as possible. Then I could just held on to the short. Why did I try to capture a little bit of profit? Who cares? What difference does it make?
This is why you hate scalps.
This is why I hate scalps.
Yeah.
Or moving into break even too early. Just pay it. You're going to pay it later anyway, Tom. Just pay it.
This must be point of control. It is point of control. Okay. That makes perfect sense. God, that candle is just like, we just went from a bearish rejection off the regression trend off of VWAP to a bullish push off of weekly VWAP. And now we're finding a fight here right at point of control.
Right.
Downtrend is still strong. In fact, if anything, this is a decent spot to add to my position. But I don't want to do it until we confirm a close below VWAP, weekly VWAP.
It's very funny how very often Mike will sound like the voice in my head. And then I go, wait a minute, I'm thinking that too, but I shouldn't be thinking that. I should not be thinking about adding the position here.
If I've learned anything in over a decade of trading, is that there's no intellectual property in trading. We're literally all doing the same thing. Yeah. Every single interview I've done for Trading Bot sessions, everyone's like, "Oh no, I trade VWAP. I trade rejections off there." And I'm like, "Oh, me too. Oh, me too. me too." There we go. That was a good place to continue to get back in. All right. Yeah. Buyer's going to show up again here? No.
Yeah. There's no way to know that for sure.
244. Look at this. If this candle closes gapped over weekly VWAP, I'm thinking we go from here. S1
why you? Yeah.
Sorry, what's that?
Why are you Murphy's Lawing jinxing it while it's happening?
Because I don't believe in jinxing. It doesn't matter what I say, the market's going to do what it's going to do.
I don't know. The price seems to be very correlated with your hope. It moves up when you hope it goes down, and the opposite.
If that was true, Tom, I'd be a billionaire.
That
was weird. All right. It's like a weird static in the music.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is exciting. We are up.
Oh no!
$200 now.
There's only 2 minutes left inside of the 50-minute candle until 10 o'clock. Oh no!
Is this support or not? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's support. I am out of here.
All right.
I'm out of this trade. No, thank you.
I would have, if that was going to pull back further from there, it would have done it at that point. All right, not bad. One win for the day. Let's see how we did across all the accounts. About 270 in each account. Now, if this falls below the weekly VWAP, I'm gonna
flip your table. No, I do not mess around last 2 minute candles on the 15. In fact, I'm going to do a little indicator that it's a red light, green light on my chart.
If red light.
Exactly. It's like, don't do it. It could fall. It could bounce. That's the thing. 50-50, I don't take coin flip trades.
I'll just scalp it then.
I just don't know what side. If it's 50-50, how do you even take that bet?
No, I mean, if there's a close below VWAP here on the 2 minute chart, which is obviously the same way that I treat the session VWAP, then I would expect I can at least scalp out 25 points of profit.
Hmm.
I'm going to try it. And then I'm going to take it easy because I've already really kind of hit my base hit for the day. So I don't want to overdo it here.
So you're going short if it closes below.
Yes.
But will you go? Is there any long here in it for you? Would you ever go long here?
Back over VWAP.
Oh, right. You don't
Short
do
below
the
VWAP,
opposite.
long above VWAP.
Right.
I have to stick with those rules. I've screwed myself so many times trying to do the opposite. I mean, I did think about this yesterday. I would say that because we're in such a bullish market, there definitely is some opportunity to long below VWAP, but I end up getting in when we cross above VWAP anyway, and there's still money to be made there. So even though I missed the opportunity to get in a little bit lower, it's still better for me to just stick with the rules.
I get it.
All right, I'm just sitting on the sidelines here waiting to see if there's an actual entry since I already took profits here. Man, that weekly VWAP is strong.
Yep. But if we break it, oh my God, the drop could be massive.
Massive. You know what's funny, Tom? Before we even started looking at the weekly VWAP, this would be one of those situations where I'm like, why is support here? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's whenever I'm seeing price action happen somewhere I don't understand, my immediate thinking now is I should build an indicator to see
There's
it.
probably VWAP in here somewhere. Yeah. It's either anchored VWAP, weekly VWAP, session VWAP, or overnight VWAP. It's one of those four, I promise you.
It doesn't want to break.
Nope. So we sit on our thumbs. It's going to be a huge red candle, Tom. That's what's really going to bother me. Hey, Kazi,
I agree.
Us, man.
I agree. Oh my God. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to get in later, then just get in now.
I can't do it though.
I know.
I'm measuring myself lately in my journal by how many rules I don't break. Like I have a rules broken column in my trading journal, and I want that column empty. I'm trying to not break any rules.
Right.
By the way, when I finally get to my next payout here, I'm going to go back and circle back to my lost journey over the last, see, my last payout was beginning of August. So it's been some months. It's time to get there again.
Right.
And I have so much research to share now. I've saved absolutely every bit of data on all of my trades. I know what went wrong, what went well, what rules I broke, what rules worked for me. So I want to share all of that.
Hello, Kazi. Thank you for joining. All right, I'm about ready to call it quits.
Call it here, yeah. I think that we found support on the weekly VWAP here, but because we're in between session VWAP and weekly VWAP, I feel like we have to cross one of those on either side. We got to get on the other side of this boundary here in order to figure out where we're going from here. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this. Tom, I think we made a little money here this morning, and we're looking pretty good. Anything else you want to cover?
No, that'll be it. Just a reminder, everyone, we'll be back later on today for After Hours at 4 p.m. to cover macro news. But we'll be back next Tuesday for even more price action live. If you guys are interested in trying TradersPost for yourself to chain together your prop firm accounts or any accounts on crypto, on brokers, what have you, please feel free to go to TradersPost.io and use the coupon code PropScaling20 in order to get 20% off your monthly or yearly subscription. And if you already have a subscription with us, yes, your code will be used for add-ons. So please take advantage of it. But until then, we wish you, as always, happy trading.
One thing I want to
Oh, yeah,
call
go
out
ahead.
here on the signups with the prop scaling 20. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold on. Do we have one more opportunity here?
Yeah.
Hang on.
This is the liquidity sweep before it runs back up all the way up to VWAP.
This is
To
what we were
session
talking
VWAP.
about. A little bit of a retrace here on the 2-minute chart. I'm gonna chase it a little bit. Okay, the only thing I was gonna say was feel free to reach out to us. Once you get signed up, there's a little bubble in the bottom right-hand corner. You can open the chat box and somebody on our team will get back to you within a timely manner. I think our response rate's like 3 hours right now. It's really, really short. We promise a 24-hour turnaround, but we're pretty quick on the support side. And if you have questions about how to set up your strategy, we're happy to help you with that as well. You know, the big part of learning TradersPost is learning how you get in and out of your trades and how to set up the correct messages, how to set up alerts like the ones that I have on my chart here. We're happy to help you with that stuff. Our AI bot is usually pretty good at helping with that as well. But if you need some assistance, we would like to guide you. We want to make sure you get to the finish line and get your trades running through us. So if you have any questions, reach out. I think that's it, Tom. We'll see if I capture this. I'm gonna leave the one on, and I'm hoping for this gap here, about 150 points. We'll see.
Nice. All right, guys. Happy trading.
Cheers, everyone. Oh, you sons of bitches.
This is the fake out. It's the fake out. We're in a wick.
What rule did I break? Not a candle close below. I decided for the wick, unfortunately. Dang it.
That's the tricksy thing here. That's why I don't. Yeah.
Guys, we're back at it again. The work.
I think we got to get back up to 26, 160. Then it turns back over.
All right.
It'd be too sweet if it just fell right now on no news.
It's too easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still in the regression trend and we're still below VWAP though. Oh, I hate it.
No trade here. No trade. 50-50, man. 50-50 don't work.
Well, I'm giving about half of my profits back at this point.
Yeah. I gave back a lot more than that.
All right, cool, Tom. Good luck this morning. Hope everything's okay with the wife.
Yeah. No, it's just a regular checkup. Two things. So I'm preparing the email to send out.
Okay.
For the weekly email, I wanted to just touch base maybe a little bit later on today about what we're thinking about sponsorship, what kind of event space we can get, and like just clear up our thinking on what kind of meetup we're going to have in New York. Is there any chance at 1 second?
Let me add you to the meeting today with Tradier.
Okay.
Questions answered there. And then in terms of what we're thinking, honestly, all of this hinges on what our response rate is. So we need to get an email out to our New York perimeter. I think you said you were going to prepare an email for that, and then we can send it through Intercom.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do that.
Cool.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right. See ya.